Familiar with ITN, I'll do a quick Reader's Digest overview and tell you that our mission is to connect faculty members at the ITN network, which is 13 colleges and universities, with private sector companies in Pennsylvania. And we do that a couple of different ways. One way is events like this, where you can come and meet and greet and shake hands, put a name with a face, and hopefully start to build the relationships that you need to begin a successful collaboration. This is our third event, I believe. We had one last October, we had one in May today, and then we have one November 13th, and we've got another one coming up February 25th. So save the dates, mark your calendar, check our website, all sorts of opportunities coming up. In addition to this type of event, we have an awesome website. So if you have not seen our website, we just launched it about 2.5 weeks ago, and we have had a 170% increase in traffic. So I am very excited about that. Oh. Yeah. And it's all of you. It's faculty and businesses coming in. You can post your profile. You can search on expertise. You can look at projects. If you don't want to post a project, you can just search around and see what's going on and what innovation is happening in the region. We had 1,300 new visitors to the site in the last 2 weeks. So that's awesome, and we hope to keep that up. In addition to the interactive community and the enclave, we also have webinars. Jill Edwards has been very busy putting together webinars that have gotten a lot of traction. And Malcolm had to leave, but Malcolm is putting together a page, well, we've already done it, a page on federal and state grants. And so instead of having you have to scour the web and look for all these grants that are at the federal and state level, Malcolm is doing it for you, and he's posting it on the site under services. So if you haven't had a chance, I know some of the speakers have had the opportunity to deal with Malcolm at that, and he's just a whiz at it. So it's a very helpful section of the site as well. So I encourage you to take a look there. One other thing I want to point out is seat assistance grants. I don't want to forget the money. We do have up to $7,500 in seat assistance grants that are available to faculty members who are looking to connect and work with businesses in the private sector. So if you're a business, a faculty member, and you think you might be interested in applying for the grant, again, you can go to the website and look under Services, Seat Assistance Grant, and there is the application that you can download there. So all the information's there. You can certainly feel free to call the office and talk with us. So you might be asking why we do all of this that we do between the networking and the website and all of it. And really the bottom line is to help drive innovation. We were talking on the conference call getting ready for this event that our goal overall is to try to encourage students and the talent in this region to stay in this region. And the best way to do that is to promote the talent that's out there. And so we do that on the web, we do that here, and hopefully students, when they graduate, stick around. And we can reduce the brain drain that's out there. And hopefully businesses will stay and grow here instead of leaving the area. And if we're really lucky, we might attract a few to this area. So we're certainly looking to do that as well. And before I turn our attention to the talent in the front, I will remind you to please turn off your cell phones, or at least put them on silent. And I will say, though, if anybody's a Twitter fan, we encourage Twitter. So we're looking to promote what goes on beyond these four walls. So if you want to Twitter away about what's happening, we're happy to have you do that. So with that, I'm going to turn my attention to the front and to our panelists. And I'm going to ask if you would initially go through and do an introduction for us, tell us who you are, what school you're from, and a little bit about the research and your specialty. That would be terrific. Okay. So Hans, you want to start?
Yes, I'm Hans Pfister. I'm presently the chair of the Department of Physics and Astronomy here at Dickinson, so I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to my home institution here at Dickinson, our new lecture hall. I've been here now, this is my 19th year. I called it a dream job in the first year, and this is 19 years later, and I still do call it a dream job. So I'm very blessed to have found this position. Originally, I'm trained as a plasma physicist, and down the hall we have designed and built from scratch a plasma propulsion device. So we do a little rocket science. Students really like that. Clearly the exhaust of that plasma plume at 2 million degrees is the hottest thing on campus. 2 million plus or minus 100,000, you know. So we do research in that plasma thruster. But recently, I've become very much interested in the research for renewable energies. Last year, I was on a Fulbright program in Berlin and Brussels, and it is way scarier than we think it is. If you read, for example, the book by Jared Diamond, Collapse, if you haven't, I'll put in a plug for it. He looked at different civilizations and why they have collapsed. He says we are right now on a overshoot and collapse trajectory. And so, you know, I love this planet. It's one of the only ones we have. And if we're on that overshoot trajectory, we need to do something about it. And if we can't get that climate change under control, a handle on it, forget the rest. So in my opinion, everyone who can, should work on renewable energies, should reduce consumption, increase efficiencies, and then the third thing is go for other means of energy production, renewable energies, alternative energies. And so for the past few years, I've built several solar collectors, one with a Stirling engine, one with that's a sun tracking collector, and I'd be happy to give everyone a tour on the roof, or a concentrating solar collector. One of these devices will win, and I think later we talk about something for the future here.
Yeah, I'm